Right, well, it's that time of the show to take your calls. And on the line, we have a regular caller to the show. It's John from Basingstoke. Are you there, John?
I am indeed. Yes, John Ashe with an E from Basingstoke. Good to speak to you, Mark. I hope you didn't hear that. I've just been pouring some water into a glass from our water filter.
Oh, right. No, I didn't hear that, John. What have you got to talk about today?
Well, I've got lots of things to talk about today. One is, of course, the water which I've already poured, and the accompanying glass of water that has minerals in it, which are good for me. But they're very sort of sour tasting. So I've got some potassium citrate,
right,
which is good for... These are electrolytes, you know, it's good for hydration.
Okay.
And some magnesium citrate as well.
Right.
And there's also some vitamin C in there, which improves the taste, but also gives me a necessary component which we don't produce ourselves. And so I drink a little bit of that, you see, like this. It's very sour.
Sour?
And then,
okay.
And yeah, it's very sort of bitter sour taste. And then the strange thing is when you drink the fresh water from the filter, like this, it tastes comparatively sweet. Isn't that strange? You can actually make your water taste sweet.
Well, I suppose it's just comparable to the sourness, isn't it, really? I suppose that's all you're doing is, relatively speaking, it's sweet, but then about half an hour later, if you had some of the other water, it wouldn't seem so sweet.
You've worked it out absolutely perfectly there, Mark.
Yep.
Exactly. But instead of putting sweetener in or sugar into your water, you see, you can make it taste sweet, but in a healthy way. You've had your healthy minerals, your electrolytes, etc., the vitamins, and a nice healthy glass of water as well.
I suppose
so
it's
that
like
was the upside.
Yeah, no, I suppose it's like having a very bland meal and then going and eating something horrible, like sort of. I can't think of something. I don't know, coal, sort of crunching on some coal and with milk, and then going back to the bland meal, and it suddenly seems nice, I suppose.
Yes, I've done that a number of times, actually, exactly as you described, and it does work.
Right.
It does work,
okay.
yeah. So when my wife serves up something which is unpalatable, I will use a piece of coal and give it a bit of a crunch with some milk or some other appropriate beverage, and I do then return to my wife's attempts at culinary competence and find it okay, actually. Yes,
well,
okay.
I hope she's not listening, John.
She never listens, no.
All right, okay. So, what have you got on your mind apart from your water, your sort of sweet / not sweet water? What's on your mind today, John?
Well, you see, having shared something positive, you see, that was the glass half full.
Right. Haha.
Exactly. I'm now going to share with you the glass half empty, and that is following on from the conversation that we had last time, where I was having my wardrobe, or our wardrobes, replaced.
Yes.
Now, you won't have picked up that I surrounded the word replaced with inverted commas. I mean, you would need to listen very carefully to note that, but let me just say that again. That my wardrobes were replaced.
Yes, okay, I get it now. Yep.
Yes, indeed. And of course, they were replaced in connection with Stevo, who is also in inverted commas this week.
Oh, okay.
And I think for a number of weeks to come, I've fallen out with him.
Oh, okay. This is your friend.
Well, you'll remember that the wardrobe replacement was arranged through Stevo at Wetherspoons. Yes. Well, okay, so this man arrived quite early, and he took out all the wardrobes, and I remember saying to you that I had no knowledge of this. It turned out that it was my wife who'd arranged this. Anyway, he went off with all this chipboard that he'd taken out.
Right.
It was quite some time. And when I think back at it, it was a suspiciously long time. He didn't come back until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
With supposedly the new wardrobe.
Right.
And then was fitting them, and I was talking to you a little later in the afternoon, etc. And it turns out they weren't new wardrobes at all.
Oh.
In fact, what he did was to rip out the old chipboard, cart those off to Stevo's lockup in Mortimer Village.
Right. Mortimer.
And Mortimer. And respray them with different colour. And then bring them back and refit them and try to pass them off as new. And he did a very good job, I have to say. In one sense, I was convinced they were new, but they weren't.
Right.
So Stevo has done a bit of a dirty.
Oh, dear. And did he... So how much did it... Well, don't tell me how much he charged. He charged you a fair amount. for those wardrobes, did he? A fair whack.
A fair whack, yes, so comparable to what you'd expect of new wardrobes.
Oh dear.
And I only discovered that they're not new because, I suppose I have to do a mea culpa here. My wife did say, watch out when you're carrying your pogo stick around and you don't bash the new wardrobes. Well, I was carrying my pogo stick around and I bashed the new wardrobes, but luckily, because I found there was the old paint underneath.
Oh,
you see? So the joke was on her in a sense.
Yes. That'll teach her. Yeah. Yes.
It will. It will teach them all. So, yes, I've been complaining down the phone to Stevo.
Right.
He's not answering much.
No, I bet he isn't. Bet he isn't.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he doesn't recompense me, he's going to find that his market for meat pies is going to shrink considerably.
Yes, okay.
I know I'm not his only customer, but he doesn't have that many. Well, he has two. So almost 50%.
Right. So basically, to recap for those listeners who weren't listening last week, you had new wardrobes. Well, you had old wardrobes taken out, unbeknownst to you. Well, it was beknownst to you, but without much warning. Taken off to the tip, I think you said, and then the new ones fitted. And in fact, what happened was this person who took them to Stevo, and he gave him a paint job. I mean, did he repaint them then?
I beg your pardon?
Did he repaint the wardrobes?
He sprayed them. That's how he managed to do it so quickly. I think he's done this a lot.
So it dried, quick drying paint.
Quick dry spray paint.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Took the old knobs off, but I must admit there are some new knobs.
Okay. So you've got some knobs.
They're quite nice knobs.
Yeah.
But
knobs.
Half a dozen knobs. You wouldn't expect to pay hundreds of pounds for half a dozen knobs.
No,
you?
I mean not even gold-plated ones, to be honest.
Well, they're not gold-plated.
Right. So okay. Well, you sort of so you didn't even notice that they looked identical then, apart from the knobs.
Well, I said, he said that my wife had asked to have something very similar, but different colour, more modern, that sort of thing.
Right.
So I wasn't at all surprised when it looked very much the same, but different knobs and a different colour. I mean, I suppose I should have paid much more attention, but you don't normally think that's going to happen.
No.
I'm going to have some new furniture.
Yep.
Maybe the person has taken the old furniture away, resprayed it, and brought it back and passing it off as new. That's not the first thing that crosses your mind, Mark.
It isn't. No, it isn't. And did you? Okay. So have you spoken to Stevo since this debacle?
I would say I've spoken to him, and he sort of barked back at me.
Right.
But I would also say that I'm not sure that he's been aware of my having spoken. Right. Yes. Well, I'll do an impersonation of him in a moment because I tried that once before. I don't do too bad a job. You understand what I mean? But I mean, I did speak to him, but I don't think he got every sentence because he was sort of. He was sort of speaking back in a way that was trying to muffle what I was saying to him, because I know he knows that he's guilty.
Right.
But I think Stevo, that sort of thing, Right. And now he won't pick up the phone. So I'm going to have to go round there personally and have it out with him. Yeah.
Well, I hope you get your money. But how did you pay him, by the way?
Well, I like to use cash, unfortunately. So, could be a bit untraceable there.
Tricky, yeah.
But I'm going to have it out with him.
Okay.
And I have been known to use self-defense in the past.
Right.
So
okay. You anticipate?
So he. And he was a boxer actually, so I shan't take things too far.
I suppose you can't both use self-defense, can you? Because then nobody's going to start anything.
No, I suppose you've got a good point there. Well, I think I'll use self-defense first, and then maybe I'll get in there quickly and he won't notice. Right.
Okay. Well, all I can hope, John, is that you somehow... I mean, violence is never the solution, is it?
In this case, I think it might be.
Right. What I
want to have in mind is, to use words first.
Yeah.
And then when they fail...
Right.
I know he has a pugilistic character.
Right.
The words will threaten his meat market. If that doesn't work, as I expect it won't, I shall use force.
Yeah.
But I will probably try to incapacitate him first in order to give me the advantage over a former boxer.
Okay, so he's a former boxer, right.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. That is a bit of a drawback.
Yes. Okay. Well, what do you anticipate? What do you hope to get out? You presumably want him to go back and take out the old wardrobes for nothing. Sorry, yeah, the old sprayed ones, and provide you with brand new ones, perhaps, or are you just going to wash your hands of the whole Stevo wardrobe scenario?
Good question, Mark. I'm not really sure. Yes, because you can't undo history, can you?
No.
But I want a situation where I'm happy again. That's all I can say.
Okay.
I certainly want my money back, and I want restitution. So, yes, some functional wardrobes obviously can't be the same.
Yes.
And I'm not happy with the ones that are there. I mean, you just give them a slight knock with a pogo stick, and off comes the top surface of the paint, you know.
I mean, have you? Does your wife know that they're the old wardrobes? Could you perhaps get some money back and just not tell her, and then you'd be up on the deal?
No, she knows.
Okay.
She's not really talking about it, but she realises it's guilty.
Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's getting very difficult in that quarter mark, I have to say.
And
but it'll blow over. We've had that sort of thing. We had a bit of a flare-up about mousetraps around the house once.
Right.
You know, we both of us kept catching our toes in them, but they were necessary to catch the mice, but it caused a lot of, well, it was almost a divorce, really. But it didn't happen, and it all blew over, and we're all right.
Okay. Cheese?
What do you mean?
Did you put cheese in the mousetraps?
Yeah, we did put cheese in, yeah, that's right.
Right,
yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, why don't you let us know how you get on next week then, John, if you actually manage to get down to Stevo. Is he, you know where he lives, I guess, so you just got to go and knock on his door. You're going to try and disguise yourself, because you might sort of look through the window or something and see it's you and not answer the door.
No, I'm not going to disguise myself, and in fact, I've already sent a message on the phone saying I know where you live. Well, he knows that I know where he lives, but I thought it was a bit menacing.
Yes.
The fact that he knows that I know where he lives will negate that. But he's not the brightest of people, so he might think to himself, "Oh, that's menacing," and forget the fact that I know where he lives anyway. Yeah. So I don't think I'll disguise myself, but I do have a tactic. You see, so when he opens the door, I shall say, well, after having a conversation about it and saying about meat pies, etc., and then I shall say, "Oh, what's that behind you?"
Yeah.
Something like that. "Oh, is that a fire?" And then he'll turn around, and then I'll deliver the necessary blow.
Right, but that really isn't self-defence, though, John, is it? If he's turned away from you,
well, technically, I suppose it isn't, but it is in spirit, because he's hit me metaphorically, so I thought I would give him a bit of a blow non-metaphorically.
Right. Okay.
I thought I could get into trouble for it, couldn't I?
You could, and I think possibly he might feel less likely to give you some money back. I think I would. If you. Well,
I think I'll lay it on thick with the pies.
Okay.
And I say, there are only two of us.
Yeah.
Your profits are going to go down 50%. You lose me. And you think about the few $100 that I've paid you. Think about all the years and years I could be taking dodgy pork pies off you, and all the money you're going to lose if I don't.
Yes.
It might work.
Well, good luck to you, John. Good luck to you. And have you got some sort of a record you'd like us to put onto the virtual turntable?
I do. Yes, I was thinking, of course, of painting, although it was spraying, as I explained, but it's the same ballpark, isn't it, painting?
Yeah.
So I was thinking of that wonderful musical called Paint Your Wagon.
Ah, right.
So I wondered if we could have that equally wonderful song sung by Lee Marvin. Was it Clint Eastwood? I can't remember. One of them sings it. I think it's Lee Marvin, especially deep voice.
Yeah.
Called I Was Born Under a Wandering Star.
I remember that well, John.
Yes.
I would have thought that's quite a tricky one to dance to as a young man. It's quite slow, isn't it?
Oh, I never danced to that one, no.
Right.
No. Yeah. But I know that Molly's very keen on that one.
Okay.
She always had a bit of a crush on Lee Marvin.
Oh, okay, right.
So did my wife, actually. So we don't talk about it.
Okay. He's no singer, is he?
He was no singer, no.
Not much of an actor, really.
Not really, no. His rise to stardom was slightly inexplicable, but there we are, these things happen.
These things do happen. Right, John, well, we'll get that played for you now, and I think you said you'd like that for Molly, would you? Shout out to Molly?
No, for Maud, please.
Maud, right. Okay, John, well, it's lovely to speak to you, and do let us know here at Valley Park Radio how you get on with Stevo, and hope you're in one piece next week.
I may be able to speak to you in person. We'll have to see.
Yes, hopefully. All right then, John. Hello?
I think it's Stevo at the door.
Oh, right.
I'm bracing myself.
Ah, okay.
Okay, Mark. Nice to have spoken to you.
Right.
I'll let you know what happens.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Speak to you next week.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Darren's back.